Hi ukulele players, welcome to another lesson. In this one we are learning the first 4 beginner chords that everybody learns on the ukulele. If you want to have a printout or something easy to read on your phone, your tablet, whatever you're using, you can go to the link in the description and grab my free chord chart. So the very first chord you're going to learn is C. So we want to put our thumb on the back of the ukulele. Your thumb will always be on the back supporting your fingers. So imagine it this way, the thumb is on the back, but it's there so you can press your fingers against the thumb to put down that even pressure to get clear notes, okay? So your thumb's on the back, and then for the C chord, we're going to use our third finger, that's your ring finger. You're going to place it on the 3rd fret. So these bars, these are called the frets, but when we're talking about frets, we're actually talking about the spaces, okay? Are you confused yet? Yeah, most people are, but it's all good. So you're gonna count the spaces. So 1, 2, 3. This is your 3rd fret, okay? So you're gonna take your 3rd finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the very bottom string. That's your 1st string. So another thing too, your string names, I'm going to call these 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 is closest to your chin, 1 is closest to the floor, okay? So we have our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. You're going to press that down, adjust your thumb. It doesn't need to be in one place. You can move it around, see what's comfy. And then press that finger down. You want to be closer to the 3rd bar than the 2nd bar. So you want to make sure that your finger is not too far back. You also don't want to play on top of the fret or it's going to sound like that, okay? So let's press it down. Let's give it a strum. There's your C major chord. If you want to as well, you can also just play the bottom string to see if you have a clear note first, and then play all of your strings. Your next chord is A minor. This is another 1-finger chord, but this time it's going to be with your 2nd finger, so your middle finger, okay? So thumb's on the back, but we want it to be able to move. We're going to find that comfy position. We're going to place it on the 2nd fret of the very top string, so your 4th string this time. Now, a lot of times when beginners play A minor for the first time, this is what it sounds like. It's totally normal and it's fine, but here are a few little tips to avoid that. So make sure that you're all the way up on that fingertip and using that thumb to get onto the fingertip. If you play with a flat finger, then this part of your finger, all the pads of your fingers, they're gonna press or hit the other strings, and that's what causes the muted sound, okay? So make sure that you're up on that fingertip, only hitting the top string, and the rest of your strings are able to ring clearly. The next chord is F. Now, if you stay on your A minor, we can easily go to F because we just have to add one more finger. So we've got our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of that top string, the 4th string. And then your pointer finger will get to play the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So not the one right beneath where your A minor chord is. We're gonna skip that string, go to the next one, okay? And same thing, if your F sounds like this, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you're up on those fingertips because a lot of times we'll bend, or we won't bend the fingers, they'll be flat, and we'll get those buzz notes, okay? So make sure you're up on the fingertips. Very nice, there's your F. And the last one is G. This one scares everybody because it's 3 fingers, but I know you can do it, all right? So just learn it 1 finger at a time. Thumb is on the back. Pointer finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, okay? So not the top string, the next one down on the 2nd fret. And I would have this one closer to the 1st fret, so you don't want to have it all the way up here because we need room for our other fingers. So we're going to slide it back a little bit. Still make sure that note's clear. Okay, now I'm going to add my 2nd finger on the same fret, so that's where we needed that space for, but on the very bottom string, your 1st string, okay? And then your 3rd finger will go over on the 3rd fret, so we're giving that 2nd fret a break, on the 3rd fret, on that string in between, or the 2nd string, okay? So nothing's on the top string, let's give it a strum. There's your G major chord. Now that you have learned your first 4 chords on the ukulele, there are a few things you can do. You can start practicing going back and forth between them. So maybe C and A minor, okay? You can practice the chords one at a time, so maybe just staying on C and strumming, getting more comfortable with that, all right? Or you can go online or go search my channel for a bunch of songs that you can play with just those 4 chords. Some of them only use 3 of those chords, so there's a ton of songs you can play with just those chords. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you feel like a true master of the ukulele now because you know your first chords and now you can play songs. I'll see you in the next lesson.